we've talked a few times on this channel about, you know, what it would take to sort of see a perfect storm theory in crypto. One of those things that I've talked about is a necessity to get sort of those new traders into the market, the non-institutional people, the everyday Joes. We need simplicity. We need an easy way for them to onboard their money, a safe way to store it, self-custody it, and make transactions, be it swap coins, be it purchase something, whatever the case may be. If that happens in 2 years, I mean, we're talking about potential Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum spot ETFs. We're talking about institutional money coming in. When China's economy recovers, their individual investors might come in. So, you know, I think that is a big part of sort of what could help crypto really take off to the next step. Because I think one of these cycles, if it's this one or the next one, it's going to be a potential for that really big blow off the top that we might never see again and haven't really seen yet before, you know, some of those early days in Bitcoin. If it is 2 years, do you think that could line up with some of the other really important aspects of where crypto is going, and maybe the sort of make the end of the next bull market increase?
So
a little bit past that.
It would. I think there's a lot of logic in that, but so far we really haven't seen the price. Like we just brought up Bitcoin Cash. So far, we haven't really seen technicals and tech line up with the chart. Like crypto is better than it's ever been, right? Like most of us have a better user experience. You could say some of the on and off boarding is more difficult in some ways, but if you look at the Coast guys in our ecosystem, Trust, you know, Robinhood just got kind of outed as having that $3 billion wallet, which is sitting in what I think is a single non-multi-sig. Well, I'm not going to get into those guys. I'm worried about them. But if you look at like crypto's better, right? Like Bitcoin has ordinals and there's more privacy and there's more throughput on Lightning and there's more adoption in some of these, you know, kind of ancillary things. Price isn't up. So I would like to say that's the case. And I think that if the tech expands to the point that we actually have this, you know, tier or two increase in adoption size, maybe that gives us, maybe we call it a soft landing using the kind of current, you know, kind of Fed terminology, that we go up, kind of do our bull still, and then we get a soft landing where not as many people leave. Because I think that's what we've seen this time. I think that this bear market's been really rough, especially for US users.
Yeah.
But people didn't really leave. You know what I mean? Like no one really, this cycle, there wasn't a Bitcoin's going to zero. No one thought that, right? So the tech, Lindy effect, all the stuff that we're kind of getting into is we've seen that it wasn't going to go to zero. So maybe this next cycle is, hey, this stuff's actually so good that there's, we've seen a little bit of the news recently where we had bad macro news and we got kind of a slight pump in the ecosystem with Bitcoin. So maybe again, we're seeing some of that foreshadowing that this next cycle, improvements in wallets, ETFs, general adoption, ease of on, all this stuff. More custodian partners is a big part. If you look at a lot of just big money, those guys don't hold this stuff. Like they're, you know, if you know, even Buffett probably can't tell you where 80% of his money is. He doesn't actually, like he can look at that portfolio spreadsheet, but he doesn't know where the custodians are. And again, it goes on and on. So custodian partners and that type of easement of big players coming in and some of that smoothing of that curve a bit. I think it makes a lot of logical sense. I would just say that would be a change over what we've seen, but I do think that's a rational thought process.